Well, guys, this is early Sunday morning. I'm doing a AKDOG 8 video. This is what I do in the morning time, sometime on my off days. I get out here early in the morning, water the grass, do all this cold slavery stuff. The only way I can keep up the house is I have to get out and do everything, because the people that's with me, they're not going to get out here and do it. So, of course, I have to do it. So, that's how it is. Come out around here, look around at the sky. You know, this is what you're looking at. All this sky, all this. Let me turn around. You look at everything. So, by the way, all you haters out there, you see my 3 cars out there, right? I know it's one of them sitting here that you said I sold because you think I'm so poor that maybe I needed to sell something to make some money. You may be right, but it's still here. And I can drive it any time to come tearing your ass. So I always remember that for all the haters who always want to put AKDOG down. All right, but anyway, I'm out here to water grass and do all that slavery stuff, like I said. So, as I walk around, the garage here needs to be watered down. The grass is terrible. Still got Christmas stuff up. So you see my Jeep here. That's what I drive to work every day because I got to. If anything, if I get rid of anything, it's going to be that. It's never going to be that. Let's get that straight. AKDOG ain't never getting rid of that. You know why? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. Let's lean down here a little bit. That license plate says AKDOG 8. Now, why would I get rid of that? And then, of course, the BMW right here ain't going to get rid of that. And then, when you have a house and you're inherited the house because your parents passed, guess what? You get their cars too. So look at this over here. You're going to get their cars too. So this is what happens when you have a house. You walk around, and when people die, you have to take it over. If not, the state of California takes it over. So instead of letting the state have it, I have to find a way to keep it up and take care of it myself. So that's what happens in life. People die, and you have to take ownership of stuff. Sad thing, because I was living in a pretty nice place before this, but it's a house. I have no choice but to keep up my parents' legacy because I grew up in this house. And that's the way it is. So, as we go around, quiet Sunday morning before my ghetto neighbors get up in the morning. As you can see, I had to take down this Christmas nativity scene I had out here on my bushes and everything. So I have to deal with that. So I have to walk around here to the side of my house. This is the side of my house where all my plants and everything are. And as you walk around, you can kind of peek in my kitchen in there. Peek around here. This is where I set up the air conditioner right there. I did that. You go on the side, you see the chimney over here. Chimney right there. Orange tree, which I want to cut down, is right there. And that's it for now. I'm gonna take down a nativity scene and start watering the grass before I go to the store. I have to do all this early in the morning before the kids wake up, because once they wake up, my life is over. Like I always tell you in these videos, when your kids wake up, your life's over. Everything, all this recording and everything. Well, I took this nativity scene down, so let me start grabbing this water hose, taking it all around here. And I got one of those snake water hoses where you gotta pull it around, and I gotta take it around here on the side of the house. So let me stop over here. Put it on jet blast. There you go. I'm out here watering. Normally I water for about 15-20 minutes, but I just decided to talk to you guys while I'm out here watering. You guys probably can't see, this grass is kind of dying, so I can't get out here all the time and water because I'm either working or being with the kids or doing my YouTube thing, because I know you guys need me to keep doing that great content every day. And plus I'm trying to build a reputation for myself, and it takes a lot of videos, a lot of people getting your name out, sponsors, stuff like that. They want to see your actual work, and if you got a big library full of work, they want to see all that. So what can I do? I got to do it, because if not, all you people that know me out there are going to just keep putting me down, calling me a bum and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to actually be somebody in life, sort of say. And this is the way it is. It's the way it is. I took down this nativity scene, so now my bushes are clear. I can wash those. You know, guys, I just want to touch on some things about YouTube. All you inspiring people trying to get into the business, sometimes come up to me and ask me about it. And a lot of times I can't really say too much because I'm usually busy working or something like that, but I can at least talk to you on something like this. I'm going to tell you right now, YouTube is a very hard business. One of the hardest things I've ever gotten into. Something I can't conquer. Usually a lot of things I get into I'm able to conquer if I play a video game or maybe get into sports. Like I was playing basketball, I got very good at that until I got hurt. But at that time, when I was young playing, I really was about to go overseas and start playing and hopefully land in the G League or the NBA. But it didn't happen, and I had to start working for a living and end up going to the military, United States Navy. Signed up for that because I wanted to get into law enforcement, so they talked me into going in there and getting on a Master Arms program where you're a Master Arms in the Navy, and that's like the police in the Navy. So they said since I had a brain on me that I should go into sub school to be riding around underneath the water and doing my thing down there. Now I done did everything from driving a sub, cleaning up the sub, trying to do my job, which was a sonar tech. But that didn't go through because when I was in there trying to do the sonar tech, when you're new in the Navy, you end up in the kitchen or you end up doing all the slavery work. And that's one thing I didn't like about the Navy. You never really did your job until maybe you sign up for a second term. Only time you really do your job is when you're in school. And when you're in school, that's the only time you start doing and learning about your job. But when you get out there, because they have so many sonar techs and everything in the Navy or on a submarine or on a boat, you're sitting there as a rookie and you're doing all the dirty work. And I'm like, wasn't for that, so I made a big deal about it. And I just had a hard time in there. Then when I finally got out, I didn't want to re-enlist, because it's like, re-enlist for what? Then when I re-enlist, I finally get to do my job? Oh no. And then being in the submarine and on the ship away from everything just mentally messed me up. So now I'm doing something real great. I'm out here watering grass. And look at all this debt I'm in with all these cars and paying bills and people dying, and you're dealing with all this stuff. You're dealing with their house. You're dealing with all these car notes and cars that you got. You're dealing with a lot of pain and suffering. And I know a lot of people think that this is not pain and suffering. Maybe not this part. This is the only calm and peaceful part I get, is when I'm out here watering grass, believe it or not. But after this is over and I start going to the store, buying stuff, coming back, dealing with the kids, my daughter jumping up on me all the time, my son whacking me upside the head, and then we have to take them to go play. If not, they're going to go nuts. And you're dealing with all those things, including my son. My son has moderate autism, so I have to deal with that. We have a person that comes into the house every day for 3 hours to teach him and monitor him, and one day maybe he'll grow out of it. He will grow out of it, matter of fact. Not maybe, he will. But you're dealing with all that. I mean, you're dealing with, all those different facets. Then you're dealing with a actual mother-in-law that stays there. And when a mother-in-law stays there, that's hell, because you're not free. You're not free. You're not free when you got a mother-in-law staying in your house. Always remember that, people. Before this, I used to live in a townhouse. All utilities paid townhouse, so I wasn't doing too bad. But when you get a house, you pay for everything. Plumbing go out, you pay for it. Anything go wrong with anything around the house, you got to pay for it. You got to get these bushes cut like an afro, or like a flat top. You got to do all that. All them trees in the background in the backyard, I have to cut all this. If not, you got to pay for somebody. And remember, you're on a salary where you're taking care of a lot of people. So things ain't as golden as you may think they are. And doing YouTube is not like I'm blowing up. I'm moving gradually, but very gradually. It looks like before I really become something interesting, it might take 3-4 years. And do I want to wait that long? Not really, but I know that that's the demographic of the way I'm moving. Unless I hit that one video that blows up, then that's different. I mean, I'm talking to a lot of big time YouTubers. I have a few of them that I'm friends with. Maybe if they give me a shout out or something, maybe I'll blow up. But hey, I never ask them for any kind of handout, because they're used to that kind of stuff. So I'm the kind of friend that I appreciate their work, and if they look at my video, I'm sure they appreciate mine, but I'm not going to come out and ask them for any kind of shout out or anything, because then they'll think I'm just friends with them because of that. So all right, okay, now we're in the front of the house. I have to cone up everything and eventually take down all this Christmas stuff I still got to do. And I got to do it a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. When you're dealing with YouTube, making those videos, I do everything. I do editing, I do the production. I do the marketing. I do all those videos you see, everything in it, I'm doing it. So it's like I have a manager, but my manager works off salary, and sometimes that's tough because I got to keep paying him, but it's worth it, I think, because he helps really put that last final touches on those videos, you know, and that's a good thing. That's a real good thing. You know, this is the car you guys see when you see some of them videos and they have that AKDOG plaque on the front. This is that world famous car you guys always used to see in the earlier videos I used to do. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something that a lot of people don't know about this car. This car is a world famous car because it's been through so much. It's been chased down by the police. It's been in street racing events. It done been through hell and back, and I love it. And I'm never going to get rid of it unless I die. But a lot of people just like, hey, did you sell the car? What happened to it? AKDOG, you're a piece of shit. You know that? I know that car is not around. And these people know who I'm talking about. But guess what, buddy? Car's still here. It ain't changed, still the same. Except the lights may be a little different. But this car ain't changed, you know. That BMW sometimes you see in the video, this is it. And that crazy looking Jeep, that's it. So, and then my parents' stuff all in the background. But why do I have to lie? Why do people, when you tell them something, they just don't believe nothing you got to say? Why would I have to lie about that? If I tell you I sold something, like my other red Mustang, I'm telling the truth. I sold it. But listen, you guys got to understand something. This is all I got. If I sell this, then that little piece of AKDOG in my heart is gone. You got two little pieces hanging. You got the YouTube channel, which could be taken because I got all those claims and channel strikes on my channel because of people upset at some of the content I put on there. Or this car. Once those two things are gone, then life might be surely over. And right now I'm still hanging in there. By the way, the people who want to know about this car has about 500 horsepower in it that I built in the engine. It don't come stock like that. It comes stock 420. So putting 80 horsepower in it seemed like it's nothing, but it was very hard for me because I had to put a lot of and do a lot of things just for 80 horsepower. But 500 isn't bad. Suspension's all done over. Everything that you could put on the suspension is on it. I mean, I can actually legally take this to a track and compete. You know, you guys want to see the inside, all that gold in there and silver. You know, those lights, those are Ferrari lights in the back. To give it that Ferrari look. I don't know why I put them on. I should have left the other lights on there, but I don't know. When I drive the street, people get excited and they always want to race. I don't know why. Because I used to beat everybody, but now with these damn Hellcats out there, I can be driving down the street and get my ass to win, thinking I'm somebody. I got to do selective driving. I can only read what the car horsepower is in my mind, and then that's who I decide who I'm gonna race. Because you coming up on me with 700 horsepower, that's it, buddy. I'm not gonna challenge you, you know. And this is my Jeep over here. That's me in the background, looking big as hell. I know I need to lose a little weight, but yeah, this is me. This is a 300 horsepower M Sport X1, and this particular year it had that kind of power in it. So when we bought it, we were lucky that we were getting a rare vehicle. You know, this vehicle here is pretty rare. It's something that I didn't know existed, but it did. It does. In the new X1s, they don't have this kind of power anymore. So when you roll up on this, you're probably thinking it's 220 horsepower or something. No, buddy. This is 300 horsepower. So I could put some in your ass with that. But I could really tear in your ass with this. And then with this Jeep, that's 100 horsepower, I can't do shit. I just got to get pumped. But it has a weird look too, people like. So, this is me watering the grass. This is AKDOG 8. I'm about to sign off, because I got some more videos to make. Just doing this little vlog out here while I water the grass and do my things before I go to the store. And that's it. I'll see you guys later.